matches. What's it feel like for someone like yourself?
Oh, it's been a long road, you know, but we finally put the puzzles together, the pieces together, and we feel good. Today was a difficult game, very difficult for like the last 30 minutes, but the guys stuck together, we believe in each other. You know, we've created like a culture, a brotherhood inside the locker room and on the pitch, and it showed today. But yeah, you know, kudos to the coaches. You know, coach wasn't here, but you know, Jason stepped up and he prepared us well, and I'm happy.
Well, you guys have proven on home soil that you're a very tough team to beat, especially with the heat and humidity at Inter Miami in South Florida. Now you go on 3 consecutive road matches. What do you guys, have you thought about that, or was this the task here tonight, is to beat Toronto and punch your ticket through to 5th?
Yeah, it's always game by game. You know, it's 8 games left, so we have to take it one step at a time. We don't really focus on the next game until we get the job done, you know, on the pitch. But now we have another away game. We have an away game in New York. So we have to focus, prepare for that step by step, you know, no rush. Just take it one game at a time.
All right, well, I'll let you get in. Enjoy the celebrations, enjoy some water, and get showered.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, guys, Inter Miami, I mean, outstanding match to say the least. They absolutely dominated this game. They came out with a game plan. 2-1 win over Toronto that had been flying, to say the least. 5 consecutive matches with no loss. Now Inter Miami have 5 consecutive matches with no loss. They're on the road next weekend, but we have punched our ticket into 5th spot, just 4 points behind that 4th place.
We're running wilder, across the open plain, primal for the game. We're coming sharper, ready to take our aim. You're gonna know our name. I wake up showing my teeth, it's just the fire in me. I got a fire in me. We pray for the thrill, so run for your life. We are the storm, it's time to lock up and hide. We're in for the kill, we're here for the high. This is our kingdom and we're ready to fight. We're
Well, I mean, it was a big win. It was a big win, and I told the players before the game that I've been away for 5 days. Jason, Mark, Brett, they've done incredible work. The players have been really good. The thing I missed the most wasn't the results, was the camaraderie, the banter, and the togetherness. And I thought they showed that incredibly. But I also think that we've set such high standards that we fell below those standards tonight. So I'm a little bit disappointed, because I think in moments like this you've got to keep pushing the level that we can play at. And I've told them in the dressing room, they're brilliant on the wing, great on the spirit. We know that foundation is cemented now, but we've got to play better. We've got to play better to get to where we want to get to. And it's non-negotiable that we have to take the ball. It's non-negotiable we have to pass the ball. It's non-negotiable that the final pass has to be better, because that was probably our game that we got away with it. You think about the efforts that they've put in Montreal and San Jose, New York City. Tonight was the one that we got away with. We got away with in terms of things went our way, and I suppose you earn your luck in life, and I am proud of them, but I also I'm that type where we want the standards to be better, and we want the passing to be better, and it has to be better. But it was still a big win.
We will get started with questions now. First Michelle, then Franco, then Ian.
Phil, I guess we're all but it seems surprising that you wouldn't be happier, because your team isn't. I know there's 7 games left, but you're in 5th place. You move above the playoff line. Toronto was one of the hottest teams in the league.
Yeah.
So
I'm happy.
Okay.
But I think where we want to take this football club, and where I feel as if this team can go, is that I want better standards. I want better football. I want a better level from them, and they all know that. It's great. I asked them the question: do we want better? And every single one said, "Yeah, we want better." There's players disappointed in there, which actually fills me with so much happiness that they feel the same as me. I'd say less. I once played in a game for a team that when we lost a game, they came in celebrating. I was like, this is not for me. I love it when a team comes in and they've won a game and they've fought and they still think they can get better. I think that's the profile and character of player that we've brought in. And this team never quits. This team has got an incredible spirit. And it's that spirit that I've missed all week, that companionship I've missed all week, that togetherness, the way that they laugh and joke. And there was some videos from the little rondo that they have yesterday. It's our Friday tradition. I was stuck in London watching it, crying, because that's what we do. And sometimes in life you get jobs that you don't enjoy. You go to work that you don't enjoy. And what I told them tonight is that we all come to work and we love it. And it's not classed as work to us, because you like going to work, spending time with great people, working with great people. And I do feel that something special is happening. And when you have moments like this, you shouldn't take it for granted. And that's why I was a little bit hard on them tonight. It says I want better.
Can I ask just one follow-up? The defense really played, it seemed like really played well. Can you just talk about the defense?
Lowe, I thought, was the man of the match. Damien Lowe, I thought, was the man of the match. You think about our fullbacks playing against 2 world-class players. I thought they were outstanding. And our first-round draft pick just keeps getting better and better. I think he's got a massive future. He's the type, Ryan, that when you select him, he says thank you. When you leave him out, he says thank you. He's got the qualities of that I really like. He's just a really good kid, and we've got a back four that likes playing together. Kieran Gibbs was really unlucky not to play tonight. We just felt with Bernadette on that their right hand side, coming in on his left foot, it would suit Chris on his right foot, and I think Chris did a great job. So. The defence were magnificent tonight, and the keeper.
Next question, Franco, then Ian.
Phil, it was a set piece. Michelle took my question on the defense, but it was a set piece that won this game for you guys, that proved the difference. Did you draw that up on the plane back, or how did you guys come up with that? Obviously, it was a well-worked sequence.
I think we get asked about set plays all the time. I think, was it the Charlotte game? Who did we play before NYC? Cincinnati. I think we scored 2 from a set play, which was a throw-in. I know you don't count them, but we do. We've scored about 5-6 goals from throw-ins this season. We worked really hard on them. Mark Mason and the coaches worked really hard on them. We knew we had to get Motta and Pozuelo on the ball from the set plays, and we did that, and it was a brilliant run. And Leicester's got 2 in 2 games now, and he's coming back into form. And the first one was slightly lucky, but like I say, I think we've had a lot of bad luck against us, and maybe tonight we got a bit of luck.
Next question, Ian, then Javier.
Thanks, Rafa. Phil, this did have the chance of looking like that Cincinnati game, especially towards the end there when it was end-to-end. What do you think changed where the defense was able to bend but didn't really break this time, whereas that Cincinnati game, you left a little frustrated?
Well, I think at half-time I definitely thought we needed a third goal because I felt this could be 4-3, 5-4 or Cincinnati-type level. The one thing that was probably in our favour is that it was their third game in the week. Their energy levels dropped. And it meant that we could be really disciplined. We toyed with going to a back 5, but that would sink us back in even further. We kept with a back 4. We went with 5 in midfield. And I felt every time that they had an attack, it was in front of us rather than behind us. And every time there was a cross into the box, we had big guys in there to head it away. And I thought that they just ran out of energy towards the end. That's why they made the 2 substitutions. So that helped us. We knew it was their third game in the week. We knew the likes of Insigne, Criscito, and Bernardeschi. They'd probably never played 3 games, and then that takes getting used to. So we sunk in there. We decided from about 73 minutes we were just gonna dig in, counter-attack. We had some really good counter-attack moments, but just lacked that bit of quality.
Next question.
Coach, you've mentioned that the substitutes as winning some of the games and being very important. But in today's game, it seemed like when Bryce and Emerson came in, the flow of the game went down, and they were very erratic today. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, I think it's really difficult to come into some games and just get up to speed. And Bryson and Emerson, they came on at that point where we were counter-attacking, but we weren't keeping possession of the ball. Bryce never had any moments to show, what he could do. And really what they were doing, Emerson did a great job defensively, carried the ball upfield for us, but, when he carried the ball up, he was literally against like 3 or 4 men, and we didn't get enough quality support to our counter-attack movements. And like I say, I think it got to literally 73 minutes, and we were camped in, we were disciplined, we were concentrated. We knew we would have to do that at some point. And really, you got to say, they didn't really have any shots on goal apart from a couple of long-range shots. It's not as if they carved us open. So, even though they had a lot of possession, it was in front of us, they never created anything in the game apart from Bernardeschi coming in or Insigne coming in, and we blocked everything. And, that was good. The young players, and got to give them time.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Is that it? Oh wow, I'm American, guys. You are. Wow. Yeah, this morning I had eggs and I put fruit on my plate. That's proper American, isn't it? First time ever, I just put my pineapple because Chris Henderson has pineapple. I said, Chris, get that pineapple off the eggs. This morning I put pineapple on my eggs.
All right. Welcome to America.
Oh. I get thrown out next week.
Say we're wild and free, venture out, discover all we do. Salt out the earth, taking a path with me. Life's a jungle, follow all the clues, finding the truth. On fire right now, I'm a burning glow, strong like tall guy, unravel grow. I'm losing all control. Survival, fight an animal. We climb so high, intangible, till we build the world anew. 'Cause we're wild, 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 wild. Play me loud, our freedom true. 'Cause we're wild, 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 wild. Courage found, build the world anew. Say we're wild and free, venture out, discover all we do. Salt out the earth, taking a path with me. Life's a jungle, follow all the clues, finding the truth. 'Cause we're wild, 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 wild. Courage found, build the world anew. 'Cause we're wild, 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 wild. Play me loud, our freedom true.
Start with Michelle,
All right.
then Javier.
Damon, congratulations. Big win. Can you just talk about the defensive effort? You guys were resilient. There was so much talk about Toronto being like the red hot team in the league coming into this game, and the Italian import players, you know, and all this stuff. Can you just talk about, as a defensive unit, you know, how you guys played tonight and what your mentality was?
I think it was a all-around effort from everyone defensively. I think from like maybe 30 minutes to go in the game, we stuck to it, and you know, we grinded out. We said, hey, this is a big game, maybe the biggest game of the season for us, because if results go our way in the other games, you know, we can jump big time. But again, we also know that we control our own destiny. Once we win games, we're gonna move up. So today was a massive effort from everyone, you know, from the coaching staff to the players to even the fans. You know, they kept us in the game, and you know, I'm forever grateful for the result today.
Next question, Javier.
I mean, like you said, this is a big game. It was a big game in the season. It doesn't seem like the team played a great game, but you pulled out the result. So what does that say about this team? In such an important game, you guys didn't play great, but you got what you needed, the 3 points at home.
We've built a culture, you know, on and off the field, a brotherhood, you know, being your brother's keeper, you know, looking out for each other. This is a massive club, and from day one, we know, you know, that, listen, hey, we want to be a top team in the league. And sometimes good teams don't have good performances, but we find a way to win. And we are at a point in the season now where results matters. You know, it doesn't, yes, performance matters too, but if we have a bad game and get 3 points, I'll take it. You know, but again, we also know that, hey, we have to go back to the drawing board and try to stick to the game plan as much as possible, and try to, you know, entertain the crowd, and also, you know, be good players and have good performances.
Next question, Austin, then back to Michelle.
I wanted to ask about your partnership tonight with Ryan Saylor. What did you see from him? You guys played off of each other extremely well. A lot of recoveries from both of you. What do you see in him as a first-round draft pick and a rookie?
You know, like, everyone deserves opportunity. You know, Ryan took his with both hands and, you know, made use of it, and I'm proud of him. He's shown, you know, the quality, you know, that he can be, you know, week in, week out MLS player. To be honest, it's all natural. We don't really think about, like, oh, you have to do this and I have to do that. You know, it's just communication on the field and in training. You know, the more repetition you get, you know, in training, it comes natural on the pitch. And again, it's just communication. You know, Ryan is a good kid. He listens. We understand each other, and we just flow, basically.
Next question, Michelle.
Yep. I have two-part. Hope you don't mind. First part is just how hungry is this team right now? I mean, how far can this team go? do you think? Now you guys are in 5th place. You know, you guys were down at the bottom of the table not that long ago. What is kind of the mentality right now? I'll just leave it with that one.
Oh, hungry? I mean, we're like somebody that haven't eaten for weeks. That's how bad we want this. You know, we believe that we're a top team, and with the, look at the quality of players that we have, you know, and the history behind each players and what the places they've been and what they've done, you know, in their careers. Not many teams want to come here. You know, we've built a reputation at home, you know, that, hey, we're a force to be reckoned with. So, yeah, I mean, we want this, and it's step by step, game by game, fully focused, work every day. We're never, you know, comfortable or settling. You know, we always can improve week in, week out, and today, you know, just one of those days where, like, hey, the performance wasn't our best, but we got the 3 points, room for improvement.
Miguel?
Hey, Damien.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably a month ago, this game would have not been a victory, the way this team was playing. Compared to the beginning of the season to now, what has changed in this team that you guys are playing, you know, more comfortable, better?
To be honest, the beginning of the season is history for us. We're not the Inter Miami last year or a couple months ago. You know, new identity. We've grown so much, you know, with repetition, games, winning, getting confidence in the players, everyone fully fit, you know, believing in the coach and the system and the game plan. To be honest, it's short-term memory for us, game by game. You know, yes, we have to take, you know, some like information from the last game, like, okay, we need to be better. But once we get the job done, the game is history. On to the next game. So we don't really think about what happened in the beginning of the season. It's what we do now. And we have a stretch of games coming up, and we're focusing game by game. So be the best again next week. And when we get that done, that's what we do. Whatever happened yesterday, 2 weeks ago, that's history.
David, you mentioned you are your brother's keeper. How important is that type of bond for a team that wants to win the championship?
It's good because we know even if we lose a game, we look forward to coming to work the next day because we know once we go back to the drawing board, the next team is going to pay. That's what the mentality that we have. I mean, I feel the vibe in the locker room. You know, everyone is happy to come to work. Everyone from the front office to the guys who, you know, fill the water bottles. You know, everyone is happy. It's a good vibe in the club, and we just have to keep that going. You know, everyone, you know, good morning. You know, see you later. Oh, let's go for lunch. Stuff like that. Once you build that culture, you know, you're building a championship team. You know, and it starts from the front office all the way from Rafa, everyone, you know, and it's good. It's a good feeling, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm sure everyone is happy and in a good mood, especially when we're getting results, you know. So yeah, one game at a time again, and that's it.
Thank you, Damien, and thank you, everyone. Have
Thank
a great
you.
night.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.